Hey everyone, this is James and welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. Last episode, we took on Faulkner of the Violet City Gym and we have received our Zephyr badge. On this episode, we're going to be heading out west to see what's going on here. And we are now at Route 36. Alright, so the first Pokemon that you can find is Growlithe. I want to say this now. There's more Pokemon that you can find on this route. However, you cannot find them at this point in time. You need to go on the other side of the route in order to do that, but we cannot do that at this time. Now, going back to Growlithe. Growlithe is a nice Pokemon to get. It has a very nice attack and a special attack. In exchange, its defense and special defense is not the best, but it can be really good. I highly recommend that you train this Pokemon up all the way to level 34. You do have the choice to evolve it sooner with a Firestone, but once you evolve it to an Arcanine, it won't learn anything else, except for at level 50 it will know Extreme Speed, and I don't really recommend that. Now, at level 34 it knows Flame Wheel. I do recommend that you train it up to that level and evolve it at that point, unless you want a Jelly at level 42. At level 50, it learns Flamethrower, but Flamethrower is a TM move, so it's not really recommended to train it up all the way to level 50 and then evolve it. It's better to go to level 34 and then evolve it, because, you know, Flame Wheel is basically a weaker version of Flamethrower. But Flame Wheel is just, hey, I'm using this because I know I can save Flamethrower for later. So basically, this Pokemon's really good if you need a fire type. I do want to say, however, it is a really annoying Pokemon to get because it knows Roar, and it can do that at random points of the battle, and it can make your catching experience a little bit more stressful in a way. I also want to point out that it is a 10% chance of finding this in the morning and in the daytime. So during the nighttime, you are not going to find this thing. So yeah, good luck if you're trying to find that Growlithe. Now, Route 36, you can get some Pokemon here, of course, but there's something else. This tree. We can't do anything about that. And this guy over here said, well, hey, I was going to snap that tree with my straight arm punch, but I couldn't. I'm a failure. Alright, well, I feel bad for you, man, but it's whatever. But I guess we'll take a little detour and we'll go to the ruins of Alph. Now, the reason why I'm not going to be going over any Pokemon here, because you can find Pokemon here, is the fact that we can't find them yet, or we can't encounter them. So, let's go in this cave. It's not really a cave, it's pretty much a house, or whatever. Or just a small room if you want to say it that way. I don't know why I said house. But we'll interact with that later. This guy over here. Recently, strange cryptic patterns have appeared. It's odd. They weren't here a little while ago. You should take a look at the walls. Alright, let's do that. Patterns appeared on the walls. This is an unknown language, and this says escape. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but what it's basically telling you to do is use your escape rope right away. Well, not right away, but use it in front of this panel of letters, if you want to see. And then we go back in. And we feel a tremor. And a sound. So let's go see what it's doing. And there's a passage. Ah, here's another huge hole. It's big enough to go through. Yep, and we get a room with 4 items. The first item is a berry. Next item is a PSN Cure Berry, which cures poison. I don't know if we got that already, but now we do. Next one is Energy Powder. I think that restores 50 HP if I'm correct. And the last one's gonna be Heal Powder, which is, I believe, heals all stats or status inflictions. I mean, let's go ahead and check. Cures all status problems. It's bitter, and cures. Okay, I was right. Now the reason why it says bitter, if a Pokemon ingests that, they will dislike you. Their friendliness will go down, and moves such as Return and Frustration would different power. Now this right here is more words in unknown language, I meant to say. And I have this written down, by the way, because I kept on walking back and forth trying to figure out what the words say. And this says, Our words shall remain here, for the ages. And they didn't put any periods. Wow. I don't like their grammar anymore. I don't like the punctuations. Anyways, we fall down here, the lowest level of the ruins. And right now, it doesn't look too good or too amazing. But let's go in here again and let's talk to her. Welcome to this chamber. There are sliding panels that depict a Pokemon drawn by the ancients. Slide the panels around to form the picture. To the right is a description of the Pokemon. Scientists in the back are examining some newly found patterns. So let's go look at this. And yes, we have to do a little puzzle here. I'm gonna cut this out and just try to do this on my own. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to form a Kabuto from these pieces here. So I will be right back when this puzzle is completed. Alright, there you go. I was actually thinking you had to like rotate the pieces, but I was thinking of the remakes. In the remakes, you have to like reverse them, or not reverse them, or rotate them in order to get the puzzle right. But in this one, you don't really have to worry about that. So now, we're back down here. There's a strange presence here. Yeah. So once we walk here, if we ever run into it. So after completing the puzzle, you will find Unown. Unown is not worth it. And if you want to catch it, then that's completely on you if you want to do that. Unown, however, is really weak. During this point in time, it's level 5, and it's going to be a real pain to trying to train it up to a level you would be at right now. I would assume you'd be at like around maybe level 10 through 14. So it's not really worth trying to catch. And also, its move, Hidden Power, varies in power, and it also varies in type. It's not worth it. It's mostly a gimmick Pokemon, and I just don't recommend it. It's not a good Pokemon. Don't go for it, please. You have better things to do than catching an Unown. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's a J. I kind of want to catch this because it's just a J. You know, I'm gonna do that because it's the first letter of my name. What's the hidden power gonna do? It does not very effective. So Unowns are not the strongest Pokemon. Not the strongest Pokemon. It's probably one of the weakest Pokemon you would find in the game. They also have hidden power, and hidden power varies when it comes to power and typing. And apparently, it's not very effective on Venus. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch this because I want this. It's like it's such a coincidence to find a letter J Unown. In this part of the ruins, you would definitely just find A through K, I believe, and you gotta find the remaining somewhere else. Because of different types of Unown exist, it is that they must have a variety of abilities. I am terrible. Give a name. Why not? We'll just name you J because that is your letter. I'm not going to use this on my team because it is really hard to train this thing up because it only knows hidden power and it can be taken out by almost every Pokemon with one shot. And what are you doing? While exploring the ruins, we suddenly noticed an odd presence. We all got scared and ran away. You should be careful too. The ruins hide a huge secret, I think. Maybe it doesn't, but we are gonna leave for now. Because the Ruins of Alp doesn't really open up too much. And it's just weird, because if you try to catch all the Unown, I don't think they give you anything. I think they only say, hey, you know, you can just do, you can just catch them all and print them out with your Game Boy printer. Which is not really worth it. It's not worth catching all the Unown. And if you do also catch all the Unown, this is going by Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, by that extent. It's by saying, hey, if you caught all the Unown, you can catch the two new varieties that you can get, which is the exclamation point and the question mark, which is not really worth it. They don't have an increase in stats or whatsoever. They don't have new moves. It's just not worth it, and I wish they did more with the Unown, but they just never do that. So I'm gonna deposit J. You have a good time in the box, J. I just caught you because you were the first letter of my name. Anyways, let's move on from that whole thing. And also to show you that Venus kinda can kind of hold herself. I think that's right. You're a girl, right? Well, I'm not gonna go through the stats because we got things to do and places to be. Route 32. So if you notice that you cannot get any Pokemon here, in the remakes you could definitely do. But if you try to go any further than this and you did not, oh, I thought you were gonna stop me. You have some good Pokemon there. It must be it from your training. Okay, I can't read today. The training at the gym must have been especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increases the power of grass type moves. And we get the Miracle Seed, which is really useful for Venus. I think he's gonna say it. Your experiences in Violet City should be useful for your journey. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But this Miracle Seed right here powers up grass type moves. I'm giving that to Venus because Venus will definitely would need that. I am so sorry. First Pokemon is Akins. Akins is an average Pokemon. It's definitely to a point where you probably don't need another poison type because you probably caught another poison type, but I'm not too sure what you've done. But it's a really good Pokemon if you evolve it. Akins as of now is pretty frail and you're gonna have to be careful with it when it comes to fighting other Pokemon. But nonetheless, it's pretty good, especially when it's evolved, because it can learn Glare, which is, I believe, 100% accurate paralysis move. And it's just good at poisoning stuff. It's good at attack. It's just very bulky, surprisingly, as of how it is. And I would definitely recommend it if you need a poison type Pokemon. Next Pokemon is Mareep, and you can only get this in Pokemon Silver and Gold. You cannot get this in Pokemon Crystal. Mareep, it's a nice Pokemon. It evolves at level 15, which will give it some power, and it evolves again at level 30, which will give it immense power because Ampharos is really good. And I kind of feel bad because Pokemon Crystal, you cannot get it, and I would love to have an Ampharos. Well, it's a good thing I planned on something else, or else I would have been kind of baffled on trying to figure out what my electric type Pokemon is going to be. So yeah. And last Pokemon is Wooper. Wooper is a really nice Pokemon. It's a ground and water type Pokemon, so it can negate any electric Pokemon moves. And it gets really good when it evolves. I do want to say this though. It's going to be really annoying facing off grass type Pokemon with the typing that Wooper has. Quad weakness and also a 25 base stat of a special defense. It's not the best, and I would highly recommend just switching out if you ever use Wooper and you're fighting grass type Pokemon. It's just not worth it. It's better just to get out of there and not use your Wooper, because you know Wooper will faint in one hit from a grass type move, since grass types are special attack in this generation. But other than that, it's a pretty good Pokemon. So I'm going to be switch training Venus a lot because, I'm going to be switch training Venus a lot because I want to make sure that she is at a good level. Actually, I'm going to fight this Wooper because I can do quad damage to this. And yep, that goes down with the help with same type attack bonus and the Miracle Seed, and that gave me almost a level up. So I could avoid this guy. I will be cutting this guy out as well. I haven't seen you around before, so you think you're pretty tough? Yeah, with my level 5 Bellsprout that I did not use at all. You're strong. Yeah, I am strong. So that was kind of unfortunate. Venus only took one shot from the Rattata until I said, maybe it's not a good time to actually fight Venus with this. But I do have a good Pokemon to train against, and that is Wooper, but I'll do that later. Now, this person over here, I believe she gives you evolutionary stones. I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna fight her, and I will see you after the battle. Oh, I've got to relieve my anger. Okay, let's talk to you again. I was having a nice chat too. Oh, you're on a big journey to see the sights? Neat. Let's be friends. Can I have your phone number? I want to hear about everything you've seen. And we get her number, and now I don't know how long it takes in order for her to give you an evolutionary stone. I'll telephone you if I hear anything interesting. So it probably will take a while, maybe, I don't know. So I'm just gonna leave it from there. Can I pass you? Yes, I can. So now there's two ways I can go. I can go to the, should I say docks? I'll say docks. I can go to the docks, or I can go to the grassy area. I want to go this way because there's less trainers and I have to fight. They're all facing the water. I don't really, okay, except for him. But I think he has water type. All of these people are fishermen, so Venus should not have a bad time with you. Okay, we're just gonna pass you then. Never mind. We're just gonna move on ahead. Wow, this guy is crazy. Okay, thanks. I found some good Pokemon in the grass. I think they'll do it for me. Darn, I thought I could win. Yep. It was pretty easy when I just used Growth and then Vine Whip on a Whooper that's like 3 levels higher than me. How would you like to have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail for you right now? Just 1,000,000 Pokédollars. You want this? No. You don't want it? Then scram, shoot. Why did you call me over in the first place? Anyways, is there an item here? Yep, there is. There is a Great Ball. I don't know if we can get a Great Ball yet as of now in shop, so that's pretty good. And also there was another item up here. I wonder if I can get to it without running into anyone. Yes, I can. Another Great Ball. Okay, this is good. So now if I want to catch something, I can be pretty good and I didn't run into anybody. Good, good, good. I think there's like a required battle. Nope, there's not. Okay, so this right here is Union Cave. Next time on Pokemon Crystal, we're going to be going to Union Cave and we're going to get through it. And then we're going to be going to the next city. I'll see you guys then.